History is repeating itself. But this time, it is not moving at the speed of steam, or electricity, or even the internet. It is moving at the speed of light. Right now, as you listen to this, we are standing on the edge of the largest wealth transfer in human history. Financial experts predict that artificial intelligence will add $15 trillion to the global economy by 2030. That is $15 trillion. But here's the question nobody is asking. Where is that money coming from? And more importantly, whose pocket is it going into? Most people think AI is just a bubble. They see the chatbots, the funny images, and the hype, and they think, this too shall pass. They are wrong. This is not a bubble. This is a migration. Just like when we moved from farms to factories, wealth is migrating from the labor economy to the leverage economy. And in this transition, there will be two types of people: the architects and the artifacts. The people who build the new world, and the people who get left behind in the old one. Let's look at the cold hard reality of 2026. For the last 50 years, the formula for success in America was simple. You go to school, you learn a specialized skill like coding, accounting, or copywriting, and you trade that skill for a salary. That was the knowledge economy. But AI has broken that contract. We are seeing it happen in real time. A junior copywriter used to cost $50,000 a year. Now, a large language model does that work for $20 a month. A graphic designer, a data analyst, even entry-level programmers, their value is dropping to zero. This sounds terrifying. And it should be, but only if you refuse to adapt. Because while the value of doing the work is crashing, the value of directing the work is skyrocketing. This brings us to the concept of the one-person unicorn. In the past, to build $1 million company, you needed employees, you needed an HR department, a legal team, managers, and assistants. You needed overhead. Today, a single person, sitting in a bedroom in Ohio or Texas, armed with the right AI stack, can outproduce a 10-person agency from 2020. This is the wealth transfer. Money is flowing away from large, slow, bloated organizations that rely on armies of humans, and it is flowing toward lean, hyper-efficient individuals who know how to wield these tools. Think about the Industrial Revolution. When the tractor was invented, the farmers who refused to use it didn't just make less money, they went extinct. But the farmers who bought the tractor, they didn't just survive, they bought their neighbor's land. AI is the tractor for the mind. So, how do you ensure you are on the receiving end of this wealth transfer? How do you make sure that in 2026, you are the one buying the land and not the one selling it? You need to shift your identity. Stop thinking of yourself as a worker. Start thinking of yourself as an editor. In the old economy, you were paid for your output. In the new economy, you are paid for your taste, your judgment, and your ability to ask the right questions. The AI can write the code, but it doesn't know what app to build. The AI can write the marketing email, but it doesn't understand the psychology of your specific customer. The winners of the next 5 years will be the synthesizers. These are people who can connect the dots. They will use AI to automate the boring execution, the emails, the spreadsheets, the basic code so they can focus entirely on high-level strategy and creative problem solving. Let me give you a concrete example. Imagine two freelancers. Freelancer A is a writer. He wakes up, stares at a blank page, and spends 8 hours writing one article. He charges $200. Freelancer B is a synthesizer. She uses AI to research 10 trending topics. She generates outlines for 10 articles. She edits them, adds her unique human perspective, and publishes all 10 in the same 8 hours. She doesn't charge for the writing. She charges for the distribution and the strategy. She makes 10 times more. Not because she works harder, but because she has leverage. This applies to everything: finance, real estate, content creation, sales. The ceiling on human potential has been lifted, but there is a trap. And this is where most people will fail. The trap is passive consumption. Most people are using AI to be entertained. They are talking to characters, making memes, or cheating on their homework. That is the behavior of a consumer. To get rich in 2026, you must be a producer. You must use these tools to build assets, build a media channel, build a software tool, build an audience, build a brand. The barrier to entry has never been lower, which means the competition has never been higher. To stand out, you need to double down on the one thing AI cannot replicate: your humanity, your story, your unique perspective. In a world flooded with AI-generated noise, human connection becomes the premium product. The most successful businesses of the future will be AI-powered, So, look at your current job. Look at your current income source. Ask yourself, can an algorithm do this faster or cheaper than me? If the answer is yes, you are in the danger zone. You have a choice to make today. You can ignore this shift, hope for the best, and wait for the politicians to save you. Or, you can accept that the rules of money have changed. The wealth is moving. The train is leaving the station. You do not have to be a tech genius to get on board. You just have to be willing to stop working like a robot and start thinking like an architect. The year 2026 is coming whether you are ready or not. The question is, when it arrives, will you be obsolete or will you be unstoppable? The choice is yours.